This Russian man made dolls from 29 corpses of young girls. He kept them in his bedroom for 10 years. No one, not even his parents who lived with him, knew about it. And when he got caught, he said to the parents of the girls,
"No, I would not apologize. You abandoned your girls in the cold, and I brought them home and warmed them up."
So how did this insane man do it, and why in 10 years no one had any idea about it? This is the corpse doll story of Anatoly Moskvin. Here is the unfortunate event that led to his obsession. One day, 11-year-old Anatoly was walking his way home from school, but something stopped him. He slowly looked up, and there he saw a group of men in black suits.
Hey kid, where do you think you're going?
I'm going home.
As a young boy who was alone at the time, he had no chance of escaping. These men were about to turn this boy into a future psychopath. No one knows why, but they dragged him to a nearby funeral of a young girl. And what happened next was heartbreaking. They took him to the side of the coffin and forced him to kiss the girl's corpse.
I kissed her once, then again. Then again.
After this, he changed. As a trauma response, the young boy started getting fascinated with the dead and with cemeteries. He grew up to become a historian. He claimed he inspected many cemeteries, and at the age of 45, he decided to do the unspeakable. One midnight, when his parents were sleeping, Anatoly goes out of their house carrying what seems to be a shovel and a dirty sack. He quietly walks his way to the cemetery and starts checking graves one by one. Until finally he stumbles upon one special grave. Olga Hardymova, year of birth 1992, year of death 2002. I hope you're ready for the next things that are about to happen. Because after realizing that the person buried is a girl similar to the one he once had to kiss, Anatoly takes his shovel and starts digging as fast as he can and as quietly as he can. Until a few minutes later, he manages to open the coffin and take the body of Olga out of it. He gently puts the body inside the sack and rushes to cover the grave again with soil. He leaves no trace and goes back home with Olga's body. Things are about to get even crazier. He gently lays down Olga's body inside his bedroom, takes out a solution of salt and baking soda to preserve the body. Then he starts stuffing rags into Olga's body and wraps nylon around her face. This is a real-life picture. He dressed Olga with a red hoodie, a grey skirt, knee-length socks and black shoes. And for the final touch, Anatoly puts makeup on her face. Olga, who a few hours ago was just a dead body lying 6 feet underground, now became a brand new doll owned by Anatoly. Over the years, Anatoly did this to 28 other girls. He would insert buttons or toy eyes into the girls' eye sockets and pretend to watch cartoons with them. He also inserted music boxes in some of the girls' chests, so music would play every time he touched them. He even celebrated their birthdays. He kept them inside his bedroom for 10 years, and no one knew. But all this sickness would finally come to an end when reports of missing corpses came out. Police investigated Anatoly's home, and there, inside of the old man's bedroom, they discovered his darkest secret. They found all 29 bodies, along with photographs and plaques taken off of the gravestones. They found maps of many cemeteries. The police asked his parents if they knew anything about it, and here is what his mother had to say.
We saw these dolls, but we did not suspect they were dead bodies. We thought it was his hobby, she make such big dolls and did not see anything wrong with it?
To make this story crazier, just listen to what Anatoly said a few years ago.
These girls are girls. There are no parents in my view. I don't know any of them. Besides, they buried their daughters, and this is where I believe their rights over them finished. So no, I would not apologize. You abandoned your girls in the cold and I brought them home and warmed them up.
It seemed as if he believed there was life inside these corpses. You abandoned your girls in the cold and I brought them home and warmed them up. This undeniably is connected to that very event when he was 11 years old. And this reminds us that our childhood traumas can stay with us for the rest of our lives if we don't deal with them. They may not be as extreme as Anatoly's, but they do affect us. May the extreme story of Anatoly remind us to always check on children who may have been affected by a disturbing event. Sometimes, all it takes to change the trajectory of someone's life is to simply be there for them when the darkness tries to poison their minds.